Azmodeus, yes, we are streaming. Well then, after confirming that I am in fact the Kool-Aid Man, I think it's time that we hit this baby off. The volumes we
Don't hit babies.
Oh my goodness. Why does Como not know where my freaking thing is? Just making sure everything's running up. Yep, everything's running up. Boom. Okay. So, y'all, we're in wherever y'all come from. And that really doesn't matter too much. Because whether you were in a warm place or a cool place, a bright place or a dark place, you all fall about 10 feet. You are in a dark place. There is a night sky above you. There's very little air breezing around. And for some reason, there's like lots of trees, mountains in the distance. And you're all there. The 6 of you, in fact. Unless any one of you is shedding any light, the only light there is the single, very large, like, if any one of you knows anything about astrology, this moon is very big. This would seriously mess up gravity.
I cast light.
Blink! There's a light source. And under it is a metallic man. Next to whom is sitting a very tiny kobold person. There's also a slime who glimmers in the light. What is Grosdan again?
Minotaur.
A Minotaur. Oh yeah, I thought you were going Mimic, but yep, Minotaur. Then we have K-Braid, who is something different, shall we say. There is a cat, and that is what most people can perceive of this character. And that's not everything. Because before you even get the time to fully soak in your environment, absorb the niceties of this slightly humid grass, around you, big things are moving. And while you would roll for perception if these creatures were actually hiding in the darkness, each and every one of these, of the 3 creatures you see, has a small bulb of light directly over their head that illuminates a significant portion of area around them.
The Sims.
One of them is positively massive. Looks kind of like a frog, if you had to describe it. Okay, this is kind of annoying, but give me a second. Because I don't know what the other one actually looks like. There is this giant frog, and by giant I mean like huge. Like this thing is massive. The other 2 are 2 worms with tentacles and beak. They look like they could take a big old bite out of you. And they sit there for a brief moment, while every single one of you is also on their butts, because whatever you came through is gone, and you are sitting in the mostly dark, except for a man who decided to strike up a match.
It's more like I just turn on a light.
Listen, that's your prerogative.
What? What in blazes is this? I was in my forge.
Yes. What a nice
Where
forge
am
it
I?
was.
Who and well, what are you?
There's a moment where you have no faintest clue what he is saying. Every one of you, you're like, okay, you are speaking language. Then slowly, his voice starts to crackle and fizzle, and you start to understand him. This is not an effect that he seems to be generating, because he doesn't seem to do anything to cause such an effect.
Okay.
Universal translating.
Fascinating.
The creatures, however, upon realizing that the lot of you are in fact in working order, decide to step into action like actors on a stage, lunging forwards. Can I get some initiative from everyone, please?
Yeah.
We have... Megos. No, I don't want to move it. I want to add something. We have an 18. Grosdan 22. Ooh. The fast boys go fast. Jesus, you guys.
I have advantage.
Not so
I
good.
have freaking advantage on my initiative, but no, somebody's faster. What is
Well, to be fair, Mina has a huge dexterity modifier.
Fastest kitty in the West.
Well, they're a cat. Why would a cat not be fast? It's a tiny key.
Because it's a fat cat.
I mean, this cat's got a burden, yes. K-Braid, can I get your thing? Your
Oh yeah.
initiative. As for survival, what did you want to roll survival for? How do I roll? Well, there's a part of your sheet that just says initiative, and you give that a tappy tap. The word itself.
Yeah, this. Yeah. At the top of the sheet, there's the shield that has armor class. On the right of it is initiative. You click on the word.
And do tell me what you want to roll this magnificent survival check for. Like, what do you want to know of the environment?
Yep.
I'm very speedy.
Everybody.
You want food? Well, I think that the survival pyramid says that you might want to not be eaten first. The rule of the jungle. Good news, everyone. Numerically, thank you. Good news. The ghost gets to go first because they are hella fast. Or the cat, should I say.
Great.
Kitty cat.
Now,
These creatures are a distance away, but they don't seem very impeded by the distance between you.
okay, so
Average.
right. Uh, let me figure out where I have any special abilities in existence. If I have. I guess I don't. Okay, let's just. Let's just move at one of them and I'll attack the only way I know how.
Give him heck. Do as you please. Attack whoever you want. You've got the huge frog and the weird wormy things, which are also large.
Right.
Roboting. Well, Mina's roboting, if anything. But that's not too bad. I heard everything that needed to be heard.
Yeah, I'm getting some robotic stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it too now. I'm BK. Then it's not just Mina.
Yeah, I'm getting both.
The server isn't calibrated for this many people, except there are like way bigger groups than this one.
Yeah. I know it.
Okay.
Did that fix anything?
Eeny, meeny,
Well.
miny, moo. What a way to call it quadruplets for a cow. Leave it to Como to have the good jokes while everything is roboting.
All the robots have fixed for me. I just disconnected and reconnected.
You're fine too, on my end at least.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Ba 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 ba.
And somebody's calling me.
Heck yeah! We're getting way ahead on this bingo. Ghost touch. What do you ghost touch?
The worm.
You go for one of the worms because there's two of them. They're like close together.
Actually, doesn't my attack say I can up to 2 creatures?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let me check and make sure that I wasn't a big old dingus. No, that is a placeholder description that it pops in for everything.
Okay, then. Oh, I clicked it again. Okay, well, the first roll stands.
You head over to one of these foul creatures, and you give a little boop. It shivers and recoils as the necrotic energy flows through it. But immediately following that, Grosdan, you see a cat, and then this creature standing in front of the cat's like, no! What do you make of the situation? What is thine approach?
Okay, I'm back.
Hell yeah. Now do a thing.
Okay, so who's the nearest enemy near me?
Well, there's that big frog that looks like a big fat meal, if you were to take it down.
Okay, so I think I will do the first thing I will do is every time there's a fight, I'm gonna rage.
Roar.
Okay.
Although,
Yeah, I'm gonna move exactly. And then I wanna use my racial feature. Where is it going? Wash? No, where is it again? No, I forgot if it's something else. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna move to the big frog then with my great axe.
whoa. Going in for a swing.
And I'm gonna go in for a swing.
Ooh. This frog is big, and it's also kind of a klutz, so you easily manage to dig your axe in. Don't you have an extra attack?
Yeah, I do. Means another attack.
Oh, cool. I can do this too. So that's 10 plus 7, 17. Hell yeah.
Also, I have a special feature.
And what
As
is
a
that?
Minotaur, I can shove the creature while attacking. I'm just gonna post it in chat. There we go.
That's a bonus action. You use your bonus action to become angry.
Ah, yeah, exactly. I forgot that. It's fine then. Okay, thanks.
Also, this thing is massive.
It's
But
massive. Jesus
unless you are
Christ.
large, you're not gonna push
No,
this
no,
thing.
I'm medium. I'm medium.
Yeah, this thing is too big for you to push.
Okay, then I'm fine.
Then our next turn goes over to Megos. These things would make great
Alright.
test subjects, especially the frog.
Hmm. Do any of them seem mechanical?
No, they're remarkably organic, although the worms with their beaks look like they might be some amalgamation.
Hmm. Something strange there. Also, can I dual wield my weapons or not?
Which weapons in specific are you talking about?
My, well, my guns.
Well, I guess technically yes, unless you have specified that they are two-handed. They are usually like built in some fashion.
I mean, with a servo harness, that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, well, I'm going to bring both of them to bear then and start unloading at the frog. Ah, vile Xenos beast.
This frog glimmers under the light of its own little spotlight atop its head. Unfortunately, your laser doesn't seem to get quite hold. It sort of bounces off at a rough angle, and your rivet gun just kind of whoops out of its fat gut.
I'm just blasting wildly in its general direction.
Alrighty then. K-Braid, where do you stand? And what do you do? Ribbit. Oh my. Alright. Who do you give the old rock'em sock'em?
Cinch.
You bite the nearest thing. Well, in that case, you're probably going to go after the kitty cat, because you're more on that side of the field.
No.
Well, not the kitty cat. I mean, like, the thing next to the kitty cat. Why would you bite a cat? Why would you hit a cat?
Don't bite kitty.
That thing is a spotlight over its head. It's a much more viable target. All right then. I want you to roll me your attack and your acid damage.
Um, yeah, that is
No
understandable.
worries.
You should have your attacks listed on the.
Considering this
well,
is a
there's-
spell, it should have been listed on your spells list, but otherwise you have to roll me a spell attack, let's take a look. See, what would your spell attack be for this? I don't know what your spell attack definition here would be. Is it intelligence, charisma, or wisdom?
Spellcasting.
The spellcaster
Yeah.
burn.
Oh, there is highest, I guess.
Brown.
All right then. We'll just say that you cast with intelligence, so that would be +4 on a d20.
Strength.
All right
Cast
then.
with
Oh, I get it. It's thematic. All right. You attack
muscle
with
spells.
You are a muscle mancer. Yes. You flex them.
Flex mentalo.
Yep.
You shape. You give mold earth, and you do it by flexing really hard at the dirt, or it's a shovel. I mold earth with this shovel. Scoop.
You cast fist. Okay.
In that case, you will roll me a +7 with a d20. And in case you don't know how to do that,
You can type /roll.
there we go. He did it. Well, that didn't hit. This creature has a thick hide, one might say. Big bone.
Beefy.
Thick.
I don't know what primal savagery is, so if you primal savagery is an action, so you have a bonus action, but you don't have anything to do with that unless you want to rage.
And you roll it kind of low.
Not popping it. He's not popping it.
Stop
lock.
popping it.
Goopala, you can go. Be a happy slime. Make someone.
Hooray! Slime time.
You can't help but notice that these things are so far not very affected by what is happening.
Well, first, I'm going to taunt the big worm.
You taunt the hurt worm or the not hurt worm?
The not hurt worm.
The not hurt worm must roll its Ooh, well, good for you, because I think you've got the advantage here.
How charismatic is this worm?
I'm not
Wearing a
charismatic
little
enough.
top hat.
Not charismatic
man.
enough. It lets out a roar and wants to come after you now.
Okay. I've got their attention, and now I'm going to smack the hurt worm
Oh, you sneaky
With-
bastard.
my great sword.
That's a plinker.
Jeez. These worms are beefy.
They are a good chunk armor, yes. They are not your squishy worms. On top of that, the tentacles seem to be slapping at any weapons that come their way. Following the old adage of HMS, are you slapping? You do have another attack, don't you? Or no, wait, you're not that kind of martial class.
I don't know.
I do think you get an extra attack on your shield, but that requires your bonus action.
And I already used that to taunt.
You already used that to be an anger, baby. Yes.
Yeah.
On that note, they finally get to make their moves. The big frog can't help but notice that, who went after him again? Was it Grosdan that decided to gourd? I think so. Okay, Braid went after the worm after all. The big frog, how does he do this? A target from creature must make a TC. Okay. Let's give it a go. Grosdan, can I get a strength saving throw, please? As its tongue whips towards you and tries to grapple you. And it slips off. It is strong, but you are stronger. And in its anger, it still just throws me off that this thing has tentacles to attack with as well. Then it swipes its tentacle at you in anger and frustration. Wow, What a roll! What an amazing roll he did there. I don't think that hit you, Grosden. If you're unless you somehow have an AC lower than 12. No, you do
I have
not.
17.
Its tentacle comes towards you, but you smack it to the side with the handle of your axe. It, in its frustration, suddenly leaps up into the air. You do get an attack of opportunity if you wish to spend your action in that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Then smack him
Uh,
as it jumps up. Your axe hits it in the stomach and draws a bloody line across its stomach. Ow, wow, wow, I would say. Then the Greeks go. The worms. The worms see a cat. They don't care about the cat because there's this bigger, tastier thing standing right next to them. They've never quite seen Cabaret, but it reminds them of themselves. Let's see. Alrighty then. This is hilarious. They'll... Oh no, wait. One of them is going to go for Cupola because he's anger. Okay, Cupola, I need from you... What is your... Okay, that is not going to hit you. Its tail and tentacles rack at you as if trying to get a bite on you. But you are big and strong. You have a big shield and big armor. It just harmlessly slaps its beak against your thick plating. I think K-Braid was next to one of the worms. Yes, he too gets whacked at. Wow, these guys cannot land a hit. They just
Neither
can't.
can we.
It's a very... Jesus. They cannot manage themselves too well at all. And with that, the little kobold that's in the middle of the field just kind of ducks for cover. Pure and innocent baby hides. And it is Ghost's turn. Ghost, these creatures are big and tall. They are bigger than the little cat, and they are having it a field day, even if they're not hitting anyone. They are hungry, and goo is tasty.
Great, well, I still haven't found any powers, so I'll just stick to Tachin again.
On that notice, let me just make this clear. Wink.
Right, well, I'll do that in downtime then.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you can all see that. Okay. All right, do what you want. Ghostly touch. You are completely slapped off to the side, essentially.
Oh no.
Yes, very oh no. Our turn goes to Grosden. Grosden, if I recall correctly, there's now a frog in the air. It is going to do a big ol' slammer. How do you respond? You may, of course, ready in action to hit it when it lands. Or do something else.
How far in the air is it? Is it still in my hour of my Storm Herald thing there? So if it is 10 feet over me, I can use my Storm Hour to at least do some damage to it.
Is it lightning damage?
Yes.
Ooh! That's going to be fun. I'll say that you managed to Storm Aura before it takes off, because time is phasing. What else do you
What did you say now? I didn't got that. What did you mean?
Your Storm Aura does hit it. What does your Storm Aura do when it hits something?
1d6 lightning damage.
1d6 lightning. I don't think your rage affects that kind of stuff, unless it's specific.
Yeah, I don't think so too.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, I say that... Let me just... Yep. Nope. Doesn't say so. Well then. It is still... It is electrifying. Exciting. What else do you do? You can Radiant Action to hit it when it comes down, or you can go pick another target, or you can do a range attack, or you can do something else that you feel would benefit the situation.
I think
Just
I'm
putting
gonna...
a spear in the ground so it just impales itself.
No, I think I'm gonna could use. Can I extra attack with throwing weapons? Yeah, I think so. Just gonna move out of the way so when it comes down, it doesn't land on me, I
Are
suppose.
you going to like stand in a place where you're directly not under him, or are you gonna like actually get some big distance?
Since I have 40 speed, I'm gonna pick some. I'm gonna do the big distance.
The big distance. You are a big distance away
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, then I'm gonna use my storm boomerang.
Vroom. Smack him. Give me that roll. Good news. You hit him. Your boomerang thunders through the air with the greatest of ease and slams right into his side, slightly knocking him off course. Because it's that much of a boom. Now he must make his saving. He doesn't. What an amazing boy. He is now stunned. I would like to point out that I've now rolled multiple ones. It is still going to fall, though. That's not going to change.
So I can still use another attack because it's throwing weapon. No.
You do get your extra attack because this thing just comes whoop back in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't get the thunder damage again, I suppose.
No, the thunder damage does not happen twice.
Okay.
And another 9. Yeah, another 9 because it has been. It actually has less AC. Also, that stun isn't helping.
Crikey again.
Oh wait, you
then
get
I'm
advantage. You may roll again to see if you get a critical.
I get advantage. Oh, nice.
Yes, because he's stunned.
Nope.
But you do get the solid hit. The Frog Behemoth is already starting to look a bit. Oh, but then again, he's also stunned. Who knows what's going on with him? Magos, the frog is jumping. It is not going to land on top of you, but you know,
Okay.
big boy
well,
like him.
Let's see if we can change that. Kind of this thing pops out of my shoulder and blast.
That's a hit.
And it also pushes it 10 feet away from me.
Oh no. The frog is pushed 10 feet back. Can I get a D20 luck check, please? Just for the sake of it. Ooh, exciting. Well, we'll see what happens when the frog's turn comes up. But don't you have multiple hits with this? Oh no, this is a particular one, isn't it?
I do. So, is there another creature that's close by?
Well, there are the worms who are having a field day with these two people. The loud.
Okay. I'm gonna blast the worms. Pew.
Nope.
Well,
You turn too quickly and basically bonk a tree.
here's what my blaster sounds like.
Ooh, I do like Star Wars sound effects. That's a good sound, though. I remember reading how they made it. They made it with a metal wire or something.
Pew.
Sound effect history is awesome.
Foley is fun.
Cabrade, you better get a moving. The worms are taking snippy bites at you. And they ain't gonna be unlucky forever.
Blasted the frog right out here.
So bust a move, baby. Oh no, he takes his big hands, his big meaty claws.
Not just for attracting mates.
Your hand is gripped by its tendril and tossed off to the side. If you can make more attacks, now is the time. Pretty sure you can, because you're a barbarian. And barbarians get bonus attacks. On that note, there's a little thing I might have to change about a sheet in a second. So that his rage damage can be blinked whenever it's relevant. So you do get another attack, Cabrade, because you do have extra attack. Just thwack him good. Oh, and there goes the bonker chunker. It doesn't seem as affected Presumably because your hands aren't magical. Because it just kind of shudders for a moment and then just goes nope. Reach. There we go. Whenever you can deal rage damage, just plonk the rage button. The rage checkbox. To turn it on or off again. With that, our turn goes back to Goopola.
Goop time. I assume the worm I taunted is still taunted? Or
It
does
is
that only last for one
still
turn?
taunted at this moment, but it won't be on its turn.
Okay. I was just checking to make sure its attacks would be going to me. I am going to attack the worm that K-Braid was just attacking.
Okay. You go for K-Braid's worm. Let him have it. Jesus, that thing can take it.
Jeez, we're just wailing on it. Nothing's happening.
Well, they're wailing on you and nothing's happening for them, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just kind of flailing about.
There's a lot of ineffectual flailing happening right now.
And quick question about bonus actions. Do I get a bonus action every turn, or is it a
Every
set
turn you
number
get one.
per...
One action, one
Okay.
bonus action, and your full movement.
Then in that case, I'm going to use Shield Bash
Kabonk!
to attack him.
Haha! Now that hits hard. You hit him with a hecking bonker of the hit, and it just looks slightly dazed for a second, then it shakes it off and looks at you. They're all gonna lay it on you. But
Good.
the Froghemoth, his turn has come, which means that I'm going to tell you what happens when it lands. It's blown off course. It has also been hit with a boomerang. It is stunned. It can't course correct properly. So it just smacks into a tree. I mean, what were you expecting?
Well,
Whoops. It takes
So
some
how
damage
much-
from this effect.
And
it's on its
will
back.
take damage too?
Hmm?
The tree will take damage too?
No, because it like
suppose-
fell too far away for the shockwave to hit you.
No, the tree.
The tree, well, the
Will
tree is
take
completely
damage.
shattered by its body weight. It is now prone. And since it's stunned, it can't get back up. So get in there and hack it. Hack it to pieces. The Greeks will both go for our good friend Goopla. Goopla, I think your AC is like nutso baganzo because of how your fucking class works.
yep.
That's a plink, that's a plink, that's a plink, that's a... Oh, that is a hit. Exciting.
Oh no.
You do get hit
Get
for
hit.
damage. 25 damage of the slashing variety.
Ouchie.
Well, ain't that just something? I would recommend the queue. Well, I'll just give you a little wink and smile. On that note, as one of them finally manages to just whack you with a tentacle across the slime, the kobold remains inert, just looking, being like, "Oh no," because it's a little baby. Spook. You may spook. Meta! Give him Hecky.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay, so I'm going to do this thing we...
Oh. Ooh.
Can I ego whip one of them?
Yes. You can give him the old slap. In the
Okay,
mind.
yes,
Target must make an intelligence saving throw. Well. Do you hit the one that is hurt, like a good chunk, or the one that is fresh as a spring breeze?
the fresh one.
Alright. It fails. I don't even need to ask you what your DC is. Roll me your damage. And it has to
on my-
dodge next turn. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll a 3d8 plus my... Plus my what? No.
You get a 3d8.
Right.
And it's psychic damage. Its very mind is wrought asunder. It is also a big spook, and its next turn it will try to not get hurt. Incredible. If you have a bonus action thing you want to throw out there, go ahead. But if not...
Yeah, I'm not yet entirely on grips with my character, so I guess I don't.
There we go. Grozdan.
Yes.
The creatures. My brain was farting for a minute. You're fighting the frog. The frog has landed. With a big...
Yeah.
The frog has landed.
There's like a small crater where it landed, and you, for a moment, shiver a bit on your feet. You better get going, because that frog is easy pickings. You get advantage on every attack against it because it's on the ground and prone. And stunned!
So I'm just gonna run at it and attack it again with my Great Axe.
You swing with your axe. Wide and wide. Whoosh, whoosh. Okay, let me just... Boop, boop. That's a solid hit.
Since it's so fun, I'm just gonna do it again.
You slash your axe side to side on this helpless prey.
Also, I'm gonna use my Storm Armor again.
Truly magnificent. The frog cries out in agony. It is an anger baby.
I still have a bonus action. So this time I can use my Going Rush. Yeah, no wage there. Can I somehow?
Despite the fact that it is too large for you to properly shove,
Yes, I always forget that.
it does automatically fail any strength saving throws. So you can't just kind of roll it away. So it does, in fact, get shoved into another tree, and now it's stuck in between two of them as you wedge it in. This poor frog.
I like to bully him. Alright. And then I think I'm done here.
Alright. Magos! You see the frog being abused. Do you have any opinions? Can I get a quote? You magnificent bastard.
Oh wait, who?
You, Magos.
Oh.
Majos.
Any of the attacking creatures grouped in such a way that they 20-foot radius blast would get a good number of them?
You can hit both Grix without hitting anyone else.
Okay. Well, all right then. A kind of this tube kind of thunks out of my back, and then there's a blast.
Whoa. Now that's a bomb.
Oof.
Oh no. Oh no. A tree is set on fire. Well, actually a few trees. They're all nice pine trees.
Tree.
But they also get completely boomed. Let's see, that is 34. Oh my, one of those Grix is looking almost perfectly ready to be char-grilled and eaten. You got one hell of a bomb there, boy.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think I get any bonus actions after using one of those. So
Unfortunately not.
that's my thing.
Gabriel, you watch as the creature in front of you has this char-grilled appearance on its backside. It looks in pain. Now is the time to show everyone what you're made of. Okay, there's the froghemoth who's stuck between a tree and is about half dead. There are the two worms in front of you. One is half dead. The other one is three quarters in the grave. They both are a bit char grilled. The one that is half dead is also spooked, and it's going to try and take an action to not be hurt as much next turn, because it was told in the mind that it is big baby.
Also, there's a kobold hiding away somewhere.
Yes.
If that's an enemy.
There's
Well-
always a kobold.
There's always a kobold. I find that it helps if you ask for the information that you consider immediately pertinent. Or better, or as they say, what you're trying to achieve. Oh man. Ooh. There are... Well, those are all some sexy rolls, but I need attack rolls, because that's how Scorching Ray works.
Oh,
Which, if this is an innate ability, would again be your delicious strength modifier plus your +7. Yes.
wait. How does it do that?
It's not raging.
Like,
It's one of those growing racial abilities.
no. I was just usually,
Usually the spell
you-
comes with the attack roll. Yes.
yeah, and then you had to activate the damage roll separately. It's like, will they be around somehow?
I'll give it a look. He probably didn't enter it 100% properly. No, technically he did. He did add the whole kip and caboodle. So that's weird. Let me just click it again to see. Yeah, that's really strange. It doesn't make an attack roll for some reason. Oh wait, that's
Oh.
why. Now it should make an attack roll when you click it. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Okay, well, you basically hit anyone you want. You have 3 attacks. One worm to. Okay. In that case, worm 1 is looking really hurt, but something seems to be stopping it from going away. Worm 2 is also in a bad spot and still wants to run, and the frog is like, "Brrr." It has opinions about being blasted with fire from afar. Our turn finally goes over to Cupola. Bust a nut. Or bust a worm, I don't care.
Oh. I didn't know it was that kind of adventure.
Nut!
Nut.
I like like that.
Okay. So, which one's the most healthy out of all the enemies?
The one that's about to run away.
Well, if they're running
The
away,
most
I'm
healthy
not
would be
gonna-
the frog, like in Raw. Gonna take all points.
Is the frog the one running away?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll taunt the frog to get their attention away from everybody else, and then attack the really injured worm.
Give him a hecky.
Hecky attack.
Despite being injured, it seems to have no issues deflecting your blow.
Thick skin.
You use your bonus
Okay.
action to stomp it with your shield instead.
I already used it for taunt. Remember?
Who did you taunt?
I taunted the big frog.
Okay. Roll me the taunt for the big frog. Oh no, wait, that's my part. I should roll the taunt for the big frog.
Yeah, you gotta do.
What is your DC
charisma.
on that?
The DC is 8 plus charisma plus proficiency, which is
You're a charming little slime, aren't you?
12, I think. It's the DC.
Ooh. Frog is too much of an anger baby.
What the hell is that? Sounds like someone's drilling just outside my house.
The frog is
Yeah.
too much of an anger
That's
baby.
another bingo.
So, It is Frog turn. Frog rolls over. It looks
Frog
at
time.
it looks at the man that just pushed it a long distance away. You notice as while electricity seems to harm it, it seems to charge that electricity into something, and its tongue comes whipping out like in a wide sweep at you.
Okay.
Whoosh. Oh wow, that is going to be a hit. All right then, roll me an escape DC 16. My good friend Grozdan. You may roll either athletics or acrobatics for this, once it becomes relevant. Okay, well, this is going to come in later. Don't roll that thing just yet. That is your action for your next turn to do. You also get smacked. I think that because of your... are you raging still?
Yeah.
Then you're going to take half damage, so you don't take 11. Ain't that just neat? You also take some electrical boogaloo damage.
I also have resistance against that because of my storm
Then
aura.
you only take
Storm
1 point of
surge.
damage because it rolled like crap.
Okay, so I take
12.
Our
total.
Villa. 12, yeah, okay.
This frog cannot hurt you, however, it has its tongue wrapped tightly around you. And it's starting to pull you towards its mouth.
Oh no.
Be careful, it has stomach acid, and you're not resistant to that. That's what the slime is for. Okay. Well, you notice, okay, so people who are fighting Grix, the Grix are coming at you. They're giving the smack and the smack. And well, I think that other one hits our good friend K-Braid. Ooh, by a hair. K-Braid, you take 26 damage as one of the tentacles lashes across your chest. What a smack, what a smack. Then the other worm's turn. The other worm, well, actually, the first worm, the one that is badly hurt and is staying to fight, is starting to bubble up something in his mouth. The other worm disengages and climbs up a nearby tree, which it does with remarkable ease. And then it too starts to bubble and foam at the mouth with acid. Cat, do something catty. The not-so-injured worm has withdrawn, in fear, in spooks.
Great, if I keep whipping it, it won't even attack ever.
Maybe. It's a distance away now, though.
Alright, well... Can I cross the distance?
Oh, it's still within like 60 feet of you. That's not the problem.
Then I'll just continue doing that then.
Angry. What anger, baby. Okay, roll me your... okay, what... Is this a half thing? Okay, it's half, so you still have to roll me your damage regardless of what happens from here. Intelligence saving throw. It rolled a -2. It's a giant
Amazing.
dumbass.
Me too!
Yeah, so... I'm gonna roll you this 3d8, although I feel like...
Roll me 3d8 plus 2. We'll assume that you're also focused on this assault.
Apparently, I may also add my charisma modifier to every damage roll I make free power.
Awesome. That's a lot of damage.
It's like 4 more, I believe.
And your psychic focus gives you another +2 on psychic damage. Oh no, wait, that's talents. Oh. Well then, roll me 3d8 plus 4. Give him Hecky. 14. You knocked
I'm not
half of its
rolling
life
very
expectancy out of it. And it's also shivering and shaking. But it doesn't seem to be able to pull away from this fight. Not in that sense. Grozdan, the frog holds on to you. You are grappled. What this means is that if you don't escape, it's going to take a big old bite out of you next turn. You also cannot move. You are incapacitated, which is in itself another status effect that needs to be referenced. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. You can still take an action to try and wiggle your way out of this, though. You need to make an action to do a grapples check, DC 16, which is athletics or acrobatics, your choice. or a strength saving throw if you're an anger baby. So Grostan, escape
Yeah.
or be eaten.
So, athletics check was it? What?
Yes. Just athletics check, acrobatics check, or strength saving throw against a DC 16, or you will remain grappled and will become swallowed soon.
I have advantage because I'm in rage, if I remember
Yes.
correctly. Now I'm gonna do then in...
You are angry. You will not be held. Oh, you will.
Damn it!
You wiggle, but this thing is determined to get you. Majos.
Okay.
Majos, good old fashioned auxiliary. Oh, that's a auxiliaris. You see a
Yep.
man getting eaten and a bunch of worms bubbling up some acid. Isn't this a great day? It's just a spiffy day.
It's an interesting day. By the way, have you been making the wild magic triggers?
Yeah, but it's a 5%
Ah,
chance to worry about it.
Yeah, I just
Don't worry
wondering
about it.
because you say anything about it. Just made a macro point. Is one of the worms up in a tree?
Yes, he is. He also is
Oh.
almost dead.
Okay, I'm going to march underneath that tree and again pop out that shoulder blaster of mine. Just shoot straight up at it.
Oh no. It is not going to
Achoo.
hold out much longer. You can hear strange noises in the air that almost sound like begs of mercy. Make your next
So I
move. You still have another blast.
Yeah. So I blast it up in the air and just keep on juggling it.
You shoot it again, and this thin rain of acid is caught by the tree, so luckily you're unaffected. But it is destroyed, blasted into pieces by your force. Grappling blocks all your actions until you have managed to wiggle your way out, boy, because your arms are pinned to your sides in the classic pose of tongue grabbing.
Hmm.
It's an unfortunate situation, but that's why you have
Think-
other people to help you out. K-Braid,
I
there's
think
only
I
one
could
worm
save
left,
you
and he
some.
doesn't look too tough. You could knock him. That's a swing and a miss. This creature has no issues keeping you all at bay. Although, to be fair, a lot of people have been rolling really, really bad today. Including me, with a -2. Skewer him. Roll me another attack. You have one more go to go. Let him have it. Wow. What a day. What a day it is today.
Oh,
Oh. Goopala, please finish this angry worm off. It doesn't
Well-
want to be here.
well, I'm gonna take my priority as getting Mr. Grapple Friend free, which I think is Grosdan. Yeah, it's Grosdan. Yeah. So I'm going to attack the tongue with my greatsword to try and chop it off.
If you went for the worm is now dead. You chop off its beak and a tentacle to go with it. And it just falls motionless on the ground as the light above it slowly fades out. The worm remains, and the worm is angry.
Well, good thing I'm not done. I'm gonna shield bash the worm.
No, I mean the frog. Sorry, the frog isn't done yet. The worm is done.
Oh, whatever.
You've won. From the worm, at least. I like how this bit specifies how many creatures it can hold, but it doesn't go like creature sizes. So this worm can theoretically eat 2 creatures that are larger than it. Theoretically. Anyway,
Sure, someone's into that.
the worm draws in its prey. Drag. And takes a big fat bite out of poor Grosdan.
Oh, but I attacked its tongue. It's doing.
He takes 16 damage, which is physical. It does reduce by his rage. So that's only 8 damage. Ain't that just nice? And then you vanish into its mouth. You are now blinded and restrained. Which, suffice to say, you are in a bad place. And someone better get you out of there fast. Because the boiling acid is starting to come up. Bubble, bubble. All right then.
Okay.
Cat. You just heard the loud and satisfied gulp of a creature that had a nice midnight snack.
Some
Right,
pudding.
so the worm that I was whipping is now the one that was the one that got
It
blasted,
has
I
been
believe.
blown into many chunklets.
Yeah, so I guess I can go find another target. Is the frog very far away from me and would even care about that?
You could, if you dash, you might be able to make it all the way over to the frog, but he is a distance away. A range attack would be preferable.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could 60 feet on my ego whip, but I'm not sure if that will make the frog spit anything out.
Well, maybe if you beat it enough, it's forced to regurgitate.
Alright, let's see. If I used Psychic Blast, would it hurt the engulfed?
They have everyone inside has total cover from anything from the outside.
Great. That's a cone though, so I'm not sure if that would even
So psychic.
cover it.
Oh, that is a big cone though.
Yeah, so I bet I would get someone else in the area.
No, you will just hit the frog. You can go past Majos with ease because he's at the tree now, so there's no one in between you and him. In the frog.
Okay, then that's, as far as I can tell, the biggest thing I can do. So let's Psychic Blast and
Everyone's used to this random wave of energy slamming across the grass, causing it to
there's
shimmer
the
from
cat
inside
and
out.
there's
The cat's got beef, yo.
yeah. So the only creature in the area is the frog.
Yep, it's the only thing hostile left.
Yeah, but I don't think this specifies whether I get something hostile or not. Like, I need to be mindful of my AoE here.
But there's nothing else. You can easily get past everyone else and just hit the frog with your psychic blast. I see that already.
Okay, then I'm doing that. So can the frog please roll intelligence save?
It failed. It is a dumb frog.
Splendid. Then I'm rolling in 8d8.
+4.
Yeah.
Let the world hear your cry.
Jesus
So
Christ.
this number.
The frog.
Frog? What frog?
Oh, here we go. It looks like it's having some tummy issues.
Oh no.
It's not going to throw anyone up quite yet, but... Grosdan, you are inside a frog. This is not a place you want it to be.
No, not at all.
You can make attack rolls if you want to try and whip your way out.
Okay.
But you have disadvantage on this because it's kind of hard to maneuver your weapon in here.
So if I use reckless attack, I should have a
No.
normal. Okay, then I'm gonna do this.
I mean, you already have... everyone has advantage against you, so reckless attack is pure win.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's a normal roll. There we go.
Whoa! That's one hell of a hit.
I'm pretty angry right now, you know.
Give me another roll, please.
Yeah.
You gut its stomach open and fall outside in a rush of acid that doesn't quite manage to start burning away at you. And the frog itself keels over dead. You will not be contained! The light above the frog slowly dims out of existence, leaving you with only the moonlight and a distant shimmer of flame in the distance. Now that you have some time to actually take a breath. Gabriel finds the right parts of the worm to stuff in his mouth without getting all that acid gland involved.
Wasting absolutely no time.
Hungary.
I'm going to examine them all. You said they were like metallic parts, all the worms?
It's more like plating. Heal anything.
Did
I
you
mean,
take any damage?
You usually don't heal from just having a snack. It needs to be something particularly empowering.
Yeah.
Unless you have some kind of ability that lets you heal off feeding, because
But I would
that's
like you roll a
possible.
hit die. Just roll a hit die, and that's what you recover. It's a feastful meal that recovers your morale more than your physical form. So there's a little hit die button under your hit points. You just click that, and you reduce the hit die by 1, and then you heal by the amount you roll. There you go. 5 hit points on the d12. You feel a little better about yourself, having slain a worm and taken a big chomp. Exciting.
I'm going to be examining the remains, see if there's anything
Well, one worm got blown to
interesting.
chunklets. The other worm is being eaten by a man.
Just munching and a crunching.
Munch
Right.
in the summer.
Not much scientific curiosity at play here.
I mean, he left the acid gland behind.
Oh, I'll be picking that up.
You have an acid gland. It kind of hurts to hold on to.
Acid gland, get!
I don't particularly care. Just gonna be poking at it, cutting it open, seeing how it works.
Could you roll me some nature or medicine, whichever you prefer for this context?
Let's go. Medicine.
Well, you have a veil of acid, but it's not much. You could probably like melt a lock with this if you needed to, but that's about it.
Just a shot glass full of acid.
But it's pretty potent stuff.
Yeah, okay. I procure a flask or something and jam the thing inside.
You have a flask filled with goo.
So, roughly how hurt is Grosdan after being nearly digested?
I don't know. How hurt is he?
I'm pretty fine, to be honest. Not. Should I just say not? No. I'm basically fine, I suppose.
Okay, so I don't need to heal you. Okay.
Grosland is surprisingly beef.
Got plenty of beef. He's part cow, so.
And now
Nice buff.
the stillness of the night sets on. You're surrounded by mountains, but a particular feature that stands out in the landscape is a distant flame.
A distant
There's
what?
a distant flame, like a lighthouse. There's also
Ah,
a valley filled with mist on the other
I
side.
just heard, I just heard distant so yeah. Could have been anything.
It could be dysentery.
Well, there's plenty of time for that. The adventure's just started.
Where there's fire, there's people, and where there's people, there's roads. Or you could climb up a mountain and see if you can get an overview of the area.
When there are people, there's loot.
Oh, is the kobold still there?
Yes.
I pick up the kobold.
Ah! The kobold doesn't make any noise, but she does look a little bit distressed at the situation.
Where are we?
Kobold added to inventory.
I would like to hop onto the slime.
Shoulder
Kitty.
cat.
I'm gonna roll to pet the kitty.
The kobold is furiously shaking her head.
That's some good petting.
I'm shaking the kobold.
It doesn't make any noise, but it does look very distressed.
Uh,
Are you going to keep shaking this kobold for longer? You may incur a risk.
We have all night.
Try to intimidate him.
I turn the kobold upside down and shake it down. Let's see if anything falls out.
You should begin turning the kobold upside down. Like the big rude man you are.
Give me lunch money.
You've never asked yourself why a baby kobold would be here. In this very dangerous situation. With people who are very dangerous as well. But you realize this. As well, I'll let the rolls speak for themselves. As a somewhat bright, glowing dragon appears behind you and just gives you the rundown.
Ah,
Luckily, your
Freaking
metal plating
bright.
manages to scrape off one of its claws. The rest just digs into you, and it growls.
okay. Some of that actually hurts. Mm,
It gives you a leer, as if to ask, why the hell are you bullying, baby? She seems a little less nervous seeing that this thing is here. But she's still like, let me go.
I want some answers. Where are we?
You're very callous of you to assume that a person who fell through a portal like yourself would know anything more than you do.
Oh.
Wouldn't you have any answers? Mr. looks way more in place in a conspiracy.
Fine, I throw the kobold away.
The dragon vanishes.
Just kind of toss the kobold over my shoulder.
But she's pretty small. This is like a child.
Yeah.
Well then.
Fine then. Where are we?
Well, if you look at the firmament, you can tell that you have no clue. These are not stars you recognize. The moon is way too close for it to make sense for any logical planet structure you've ever been on.
Extremely troubling.
You may roll me an Arcana check. Because you have a little drone boy. Yeah, this place is this is not a material plane. This is not a proper place of existence. This is something someone else fabricated on a holiday, perhaps. And Belmore burbs.
Burp, burp,
The
burp.
little kobold decides to hide behind the big goo with the shield.
Oh,
Because they're happy. Slime looks happy.
I have been here for several minutes and I've already made 2 friends. Yupella grins happily.
Meow.
Exciting, isn't it?
I would like to telepathy a grating at the kobold.
Telepathy or what?
A grating, like, hi.
It responds with an hello.
Now he speaks.
It doesn't know who is talking to it, but it's like, hello. It's late, isn't it? Very late.
I apologize for the
Thanks.
action of that person over there. I had hoped to call them my ally, given that they helped fight against a common enemy, but it appears that might not be the case.
Well then. He's probably just a little bit afraid. Like all of us should be.
I'm not afraid.
You cannot partake in this conversation. You are not telepathically linked to the situation at hand. But we'll assume that you'd probably take offense if it was heard. You are a strong man. Big. Chest. Her. The big lizard takes a nap. But the kobold, seeing that the mage man is not being a risk, decides that it is going to go to the place with a fire. Because it wants to lie up next to a fire and sleep. This was too much action for one day.
I approve of this idea. And so I curl up on top of the slime.
I had to step away for a moment to handle
worry.
a
Not much happened.
technical thing. Okay.
Basically, slime and well, not slime. Kobold and cat had a conversation. Now the kobold's going towards the fireplace area.
Yeah, the large fire that seems to be on top of a tower of sorts. Well then, anyone who follows,
I,
follows.
for one, Yeah, I'm gonna follow. I've got a kitty on my head, so I guess Mina and I.
Everyone who stays
heading
behind
off.
gets to partake in a special encounter.
I'm gonna follow.
It's a very special encounter out here in the woods, in the middle of nowhere, in the dark, where apparently giant frogs and evil worms show up with spotlights over their heads.
Well, someone probably should keep the lizard company.
He fell asleep.
Can I carry the lizards with me while I'm following
If
the
it doesn't
cobalt?
resist, you can carry it.
Okay.
Ba 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 ba. What does the Majos do?
I'm a big man. I can do.
You can always try to drag him with you. That being said, I'm pretty sure that your strength scores high enough that you can lift him. It's not your size that matters here. If you just want to carry someone over your shoulder, it's more the weight that matters. Let's see, what is the gross stance? It's. Let's see, I think it's 15. That's your carrying capacity. Lifting is like 30, so yes, you can carry him just fine. Unless he's even if it was decked out in plate meal, it'd still be light enough for you. You're big, strong. Like base carrying capacity is already 150. So, as you all make your way over through the woods, this whole place feels kind of weird. The undergrowth is very limited for natural wildlife. There's just something about this place that feels slightly off at all times. From the fact that the moonlight is rather bright, but it's like close, but it's rather bright. And anyone who knows anything about astrology would be like, how does it reflect the sun if it's this close? There are questions. But following the light source turned out to be not a terrible idea, as you pop out of the woods near a road and a large tower. The road itself is made of red brick and extends far in the eastward and westward direction. And the tower itself looks, well, there's not much noise coming out of it, so either the night watch is being quiet, or who knows? What do you do?
I'm going to investigate the tower.
You
I'll
walk
look
around the
around
tower.
inside, see if
from
there's
the-
any friends in here.
You walk around the tower and notice that the entrance is facing the road. Slightly odd design decision to just put it facing the road like that. There's a lever, like a large pole, and there's a small box attached to the pole that says, toll 1 gold piece.
Oh, I don't think I have any of those.
No, it's a toll if you want to cross the road, not if you want to enter the building.
Oh,
Like if you want to go further down east or west. It seems to only charge for traffic going eastward.
okay.
The door
Well, we're
entering the
gonna look
building
ins-
is a sturdy wooden door.
Gonna pop it open and go inside. Let's go like, hello?
You didn't even
Anybody
knock.
home?
Jesus. Is this the kind of players to do it? They didn't even knock. You push open the door, which is not locked. You notice that there is a lock and there's a key, but someone just left the lock and a key and the door unlocked for some reason. Where's everyone else as the slime vanishes into the building? I know that Mina is with the slime.
Yeah.
The kobold is trailing not far behind. Where is Magus and the rest? I presume
Okay.
dragging the lizard, and Magus is just taking notes.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Hi,
Where-
back
what-
on BK.
What am I taking notes on?
I don't know the situation.
Indeed.
You are at a red brick road that goes from west to east, east to west. There's a toll booth and a large tower attached to it, where the fire is that you saw. Not if you're on the road, actually, you can tell that there are a few more fires east and a few more fires west. And the road where you are at specifically splits off to the south as well. However, that road is not made of red brick.
Okay. Should we follow the red brick road?
Well, the slime has already gone inside.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm marching inside then.
as the slime enters. And the rest does too. You find yourself in a coziest little place. There's a fireplace, there's a nice table with chairs for 8. There's a small kitchen off to the side, there's a bookcase filled with lush materials to read upon. It's mostly fiction. And some historical books for the interested. There's also a lady who is cooking a stew by the looks of it. And right as you enter, you hear from below, it seems, a scream for help. It's muffled as heck.
I would like to walk up to the lady's ankles.
The lady doesn't seem to pay attention to you quite yet.
Meow.
Ooh, and who was this? She looks at you with strange eyes. It's a little
Cat.
kitty cat. Oh, it's a little kitty cat. She leans in to try and pick you up. By this point, the kobold is curled up near the fireplace.
I don't resist.
All right. You don't resist. She puts you on the counter and gives you a pat on the head. And then she snatches a sausage from one of the racks and offers it. Who are your friends, little cat?
Greetings, lady.
Ah, you must be the new guard.
Sure. Where are we?
Oh, you're in the land of the great Wizard Asmodeus, of course. Where else would you be? You're the new guard.
Right. God of what?
There isn't much to say. You must watch the road and keep it safe from perilous beings that haunt it. I'm merely the one who keeps this place clean and tidy for all of you.
Hi, I'm a slime, and your basement was screaming.
Strange.
A wave, kind of
Basements don't
dramatically.
usually scream. They are, after all, an underground location.
I want to get it checked.
She points at there's a staircase going up, spiraling around the round tower. And at the end, where the staircase plops into the next floor, there's also a trapdoor going down, which is right next to the kitchen area place.
A clarification question. Did you say God or God?
Guard tower.
God. Alright then. So I'm... Okay. So I have to be the new God. Right.
You're not
Pretty
the new
much
gods.
said.
I was starting to get a little confused there.
Maybe you should have a sit down and enjoy some stew and rest up for tomorrow or your first big day as heroes.
Okay. I'll, does she offer me a bowl of...
It's not done yet, so she
stew?
isn't offering you anything.
Okie dokie. I walk over, pull out a chair, and sit on it, but the chair's crushed under the weight of my armor.
You are
So
quite
I'm now
heavy.
sitting on the floor.
These chairs are surprisingly made to handle a surprising amount of weight.
Oh, okay.
These are made to handle people in playmail.
Can I do an insight check on the lady?
What do you wish to insight out of her?
I don't really trust her, and just while she's speaking, if there are some signs that she could be saying something that she is lying or hiding something like about the scream in this.
Go ahead and roll me your insight.
And that's very bad, but I just want to roll some.
Go nuts. She's a hecka suspicious lady. Women,
Good
they
roll.
don't exist. These female people.
I'm gonna be very observant of her this whole time.
She seems to be a little nice and cooking. And the screams slowly die out as you leave.
Suspicious.
Who... So we have been summoned here to be gods.
It's not so much a summon as a job application, is it now?
I didn't feel any.
Well, the Great Azmodeus knows exactly who's needed and where. That's really the good part of him, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And where might we find this person?
Asmodeus lives in the Great Clockwork City, but that's really none of your concern to go there. You need to watch the road. The monster's about, you know.
Why should we even do this?
Right.
What is in for us?
Where else would you go?
Phew. Damn. That's a good answer.
Right. What kind of stuff is in this tower? Like, what can I see here?
There's a trading room, a place to maintain equipment and brew potions. And adventurers and gods and sorts love their potions to make those fights a little bit easier. Then there's a resting chamber and the top floor where the fire is kept so that all the people know exactly where to go.
Right. And you need someone to guard the road.
Yes, because the old god recently died, didn't you hear? That's why they need a
No.
new god.
They died from what?
Well, you know, it's a dangerous business out here, don't you know?
Yeah, I wanna be prepared, you know?
I'm afraid that I'm not very educated on matters of monsters.
I see.
Right.
I know that they battled with a vampire at one point. It was very exciting.
You said there was a room for maintaining equipment.
Yes, it's a few floors up.
Right. I'll start stomping over in that direction.
You stomp up to the spiral staircase and stomp your way up top, and everyone hears your big metal boots going clank, 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 clank as you make your way to the crafting room. Is anyone else doing anything while this exciting conversation is taking place?
I want soup.
You slam your fist on the table like a child.
Soap.
Eventually, the stew does finish, and she offers everyone a bowl, even putting one down by the kobold and one down by the lizard.
Heck yeah, soup.
It's a very delicious meaty stew actually. It sparks the nose. The woman is a very conventional-looking old lady, humanoid.
With weird eyes.
I start making runs around the ground floor and inconspicuously approach the trapdoor. How close of a fit is it with the...
It's trapdoor.
Yeah.
As for the lady, she's wearing she's wearing a dress apron, not anything particularly style and colors, like you would expect from a servant.
I don't trust the food and eat a ration from my backpack instead.
All right, the cat is at the trapdoor. She doesn't seem to care.
I mean, like, is it made of like loose planks with gaps between them or
Nope,
something?
it is a very sturdy, solid trapdoor. You trust this in a siege.
Oh,
Stew is nice.
okay.
Eat.
Lamb.
Hear the Yoshi sound.
Were there any books in this room?
Yeah, there's a bookcase filled with books. It's mostly fiction, but some
And-
of them are historical.
Can I choose a historical book at random and read it?
You pick up one of the tomes. There are several tomes that all seem to prattle on about the Great Azmodeus. There are some that seem to talk about kingdoms and empires you've never heard of. Others about the rise of monsters and the plight of Middleton.
I'm gonna take the one about Great Azmodeus and read it while I'm eating my ration.
All right then. Cat, what do you do with the trapdoor?
Well, if I can't see through it,
You will just have to open it.
yeah, I was kind of hoping that I could, like... I kind of regret not filling out my psionic disciplines ahead of time, because now I feel like I could just cheat and say that I had the third eye discipline and I had
I told
the...
you that I don't care about what you fill in.
Okay, then I would like to use Pierce Insight to see through the trapdoor.
As you peer down into the basement, in the meantime, Magus arrives at the auxiliaris arrives at the crafting room. It is well decked out to handle anyone, from a refined alchemist to there's an anvil, there's a forge. It's all magical in terms of proximity to each other. What do you think of that, Mister Shoots beams of force?
Oh, what we're saying, my ping just hit 20,000.
Oh, you are in the crafting room, where there is something for everyone, from anvils to alchemical equipment, reagents
Right.
aplenty.
How difficult will it be to craft a automated defense turret out of these things?
Well, you'd have to build it all the way from the ground up, so that would take a couple of weeks.
Okay. And if I use this,
Fabricate. Can you fabricate something that is complex? Creatures and
well,
magic items can't be created. You can't use to create items that ordinarily require a high degree of craftsmanship. So no, you cannot use it to fabricate a fully automated defense turret. I'm pretty sure that silicon falls under that category.
well, I could use it to speed up the process anyway.
Fair enough. It would greatly help with some of the rougher parts, yes. You might be able to do it in a week if you rush yourself.
Unless you have proficiency with the type of artisan's tools.
Oh.
Well, let's see. I had Tinker's tools,
Oh,
Smith's
no.
tools, alchemist supplies.
Yeah, this wouldn't take too long, no.
And just I get to work.
In the meantime, piercing sight. Our lovely little kitty cat looks through the trapdoor. You see a basement. It's filled with boxes and barrels. You see foods. It's some sort of a larder. But that's all you can see through just the trapdoor itself. Like you're staring straight down, not in an angle.
So now I'm concentrating on Pearson's side. Sorry, I'm asking these questions because I don't know
Go
the
nuts.
roles for. Yeah. While concentrating on this power, can I use a nomadic step power? Like, even the step of 8,000 paces to just teleport past the trapdoor? Now that I can see
Yeah, it's
into
only
the
Nomadic's
basement.
Gate that requires your concentration, so you can do it.
Okay, then. Wonk.
Whoop, whoop. You appear inside the basement. If you have night vision,
Okay, now
which I
I'm
think
going
you do,
to
you can
walk
see just
around.
So how do I describe this room to you? It is a basement. It is filled with stuff. There seems to be something going on in the back of the room, though. Because there's like boxes shifted all around the place to make a passage.
Well, I'm going to waltz into there.
You walk to the back. You notice that someone has been digging at the walls. Digging down, down, down. Rocks and dust scattered all over the place. And eventually you find a caved-in section where a pair of boots are sticking out.
Huh. Is there someone in the boots?
Yes. There are feet inside of them. But they're sticking out of a rock slide, so...
I guess I won't know whether this whoever screamed for help.
If you judge by their skin coloration, they were most likely orcish. Because it's slightly green, a bit rough. The orcish stuff. Maybe half orc. But the part that gets you the most is that they are very much dead. There's no blood in these feet. Flowing, at least.
Yeah.
And as everyone enjoys their stew, they are, again, invited to enjoy their meal and get some sleep for tomorrow. Another hard day of guarding.
So I can smell the feet. They smell unpleasant, I guess.
Of course, they are dead people feet. Very unpleasant.
Yeah. Can I when walking all the way here, could I smell a different person?
A different person?
Or like, can I ascertain in some way that this is the only person that was in the basement?
There were multiple people in the basement, including the lady you saw before and several unknown synths.
Hmm. Well, I sorry, I didn't hear you say anything at all.
There are multiple foreign smells inside of the basement, including one of the lady and this person, and several you don't recognize.
Okay, then I guess I'll keep looking for any other people that
There
might
isn't
be
much
in
down
here.
there because the rock slide blocks the passage.
Right, and this one is thick enough that I can't pierce inside past
It
it.
clearly crushed a person, so it's probably more than a foot thick. There's blood dripping out of it.
Yeah. And the rocks are, like, tight enough that I can squeeze past even though I'm cat.
How about you give me an investigation check?
Right. Investigation, that's a skill, and I'm completely unskilled in this, so
Fucking Artemis sucking up the stew. The slurps. These rocks look deliberately collapsed.
ooh.
Like this is very like the rock for around you is very like single matter. The rocks that have collapsed look very specifically chosen. You're kind of surprised that this doesn't show in any further fashion outside, since you think you went like under the road or something, but the road looks fine, and this is like pretty hefty stuff.
Fascinating. At any rate, there isn't any little hole or something I could squeeze through.
It is rock solid.
Hmm. Well,
Slime, what are you doing as you have enjoyed your stew? The lady seems to be just cleaning now.
Can I help the old lady clean up?
Yes,
Be a good
but she
slime?
never seems to be finished cleaning.
Surely she'd eventually run out of dishes from the
Nope.
soup we just ate.
She finds a place to start brooming and brushing. Like she goes
Okay.
between floors all the while.
Is there anything else interesting going on in this room? Other than the
The nice
cleaning
fireplace
old
that
lady
seems to
and
be never stop burning.
well, there's not much you can really examine with a fireplace. It's just kind of a fireplace.
I'd imagine a goo will be really useful in cleaning stuff.
A what? Yeah,
slide.
but are you that
Depends.
kind of ooze? Are you?
I try to clean up a little bit, but I just kind of get more slime on things. Make things worse for everybody.
Incredible. So does anyone else want to do anything? Or are they going to let time pass until morning comes?
Oh yeah. Since I have make it work and I has that craft stuff in half the time, how does that affect things?
Well, like half a week to build an automated defense turret. It wouldn't have any ammo, but you'd have a turret that you could load up.
Well, ammo is easy enough.
Ammo is easy. It's the thing that shoots it that's hard.
Mm.
Fireball's easy. Getting the level is hard.
Yeah.
So no one else has anything else they want to do here. Exciting.
I guess just return upstairs and try to pretend like I never left.
Mm.
Well, the woman doesn't seem to care either way.
So nobody says anything about anything weird happening in the cellars.
What am I, your PA system?
Mm.
Your information
fine.
is yours alone.
I was busy eating soup.
I mean, that's it. I investigated the suspicious sound.
Mm.
Yes,
I'm
and what
presumably
made the
done
sound has
for
stopped
now.
making the sound. Mission complete.
Time for bed.
Time for
I'm a
Betty
cat.
Betty. Bye bye.
I take 8 naps a day.
I'm just gonna be maintaining myself in between building the thing. So
How exciting.
I pretty much cloister myself up in the
Do you notice
crafting
that
room.
there's a very specific little like line drawn on the ground that immediately goes to the next set of stairs, with as minimal disruption to his workspace as possible.
Hmm.
The bedrooms are nice. It feels more spacious than it should be from the outside. This tower in general is very spacious and accommodating. There are several rooms set up. Each of them still has like a little diary on it, and then there's a bed next to it that looks nice and inviting. The place just feels comfortable, despite having an access that goes straight to the roof.
Getting some echo from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna put back the book and just gonna go to sleep.
You all decide to let the night pass,
Well,
all the way to morning.
sort of.
Taking the big snooze.
Maximum naps.
Well, not really.
Well, you're not, but you're. Don't bully. We know that you don't do the big snooze. Well then,
I just keep on hammering through the night.
you see this constant. Except you don't, because for some reason every single noise that's made inside the workshop stays contained within the workshop. So
That's handy.
yeah,
That's
it's a
nice.
surprisingly quiet night. As the morning comes, the sun rises. You hear throughout the night blink, coins being dropped into the collection box attached to the bar that goes up and down. Plink. But that's really the only noise you hear. There's not much wind. And the sun
Is there
hovers.
is there a window in the tower that would allow us to look out onto the road?
You can go to the top of the tower and just look around as you see fit.
Oh, I'm getting some echo from Minna.
Sorry.
Due to finish a long rest. A long rest, generally speaking, resets just about everything you have, gives you your hit dice back and all your HP. Basically, you're ready to go.
Yep.
Back
Ready,
full health.
ready.
Yeah, full wage.
Ain't that just all a peach?
Okay, then.
Just as you all rise, except for the man who doesn't rise at all. You hear a loud noise outside. It is the roaring of dragons.
Oh no, dragons.
Indeed.
Oh no.
They slam down onto the ground outside, and then the noise stops.
So, whatever became of the kobold?
The kobold was sleeping by the fireplace. Nice and cozy.
Right, so I telepathy to the kobold. Ha. Dragons. What do you know about them?
What? What dragons? Why do you assume I know anything about dragons? Where? She sounds a little excited for the prospect of dragons.
What
I mean,
color
who
are the
wouldn't?
dragons?
Look, go outside with me.
You go outside. There are two dragons. They are green and they are roaring. They challenge you.
Okay, so I'm listening to the kobold say anything. Faced with this sight.
I mean, I don't know. As you decide to have a great old time looking at these magnificent beings, they decide to just breathe acid on you. Because you decided to just stand there and observe dragons, I guess?
Hey, this right outside our tower.
Yes. How do you observe them? Do you stand outside through the front door? Because that's where the kobolds are logically at, unless you specifically dictate that you take them to the top first.
Well, no, of course it was the front door. That's what I meant. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a cat.
And they are both standing in front of the front door, on the road, facing you.
Does the
Yeah,
door have a cat flap?
No,
it doesn't. That's
it
why you had to
surprisingly
ask the
doesn't.
kobold to
The
operate
door seems
it.
to open whenever you approach it, though.
Oh, okay.
Automated door. Nice.
Uh,
Strange I didn't do that last night, but
Mm.
like I said, these dragons look ready to fight, and they are breathing in to breathe out. The little kobold seems excited, though.
Just take cover behind the kobold then.
I mean, that was just me and the kobold that went outside, not
Yes,
everyone else.
and the acid is,
yeah.
and whatever they're spewing is probably going to spill inside since the door's still open. I don't know why you thought this
Well,
was an amazingly good idea.
because that's what we are supposed to do as adventurers. We are supposed
Yes,
to.
you take the one,
do-
you take a small kobold child with you and walk outside right into their mouths. I like your battle tactics. Can I get some dexterity saving throws?
Of course, you can.
Oh no, wait, these are Constitution saving throws.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
It's poison breath.
Yes.
But shouldn't I first try to avoid it?
I mean, how do you avoid gas?
I bolt back into the door.
All right, if the two of you want to go inside, you're free to do so. Or at least you want to.
mean-
The kobold seems too excited about this prospect. And so, every single person hears poison gas splattering against the wall.
Hmm.
How can gas splatter?
Who knows?
It's-
You hear a
it's
harsh
like a
wind,
s-
I guess.
Like a spray of kind of
There's
half
some
liquid,
liquids
mostly
in there.
gas.
Like if fizzling, I suppose.
The little servant of the house is dragons. This foul fiends on the roads. Isn't it time for heroes to do hero things?
Is there a window in the crafting room?
There are plenty of windows all over the place.
I look outside.
You see two dragons, and they are clawing at the building, shaking the foundations.
Right.
It does so very dramatically.
Yeah. Annoying. You said there was a way to the a hatch to the top of the tower.
Yes.
Okay. I will stomp over there.
You will look out over the dragons. Hi.
What do
I'm
you
also.
want?
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to appreciate that your desire to be diplomatic. Get a little winky face there. Let these creatures flap their wings and come to your elevation.
Yes.
Yeah,
What?
so we know.
What do you want?
Well, I know that you're a cocky son of a gun who thinks he's immune to poison, but you're standing next to a large bonfire. In case you've forgotten, there's a fire on top of the tower.
Okay.
So as the both of them lurch out another breath, bad things are going to happen real soon.
Right. They are not interested in talking. I'll jump down the hatch.
As you jump down the hatch, they withdraw their breaths. They were hoping to blow you up with that fire, and they go back to bashing into the building. It shakes and rocks side to side like a ship more than anything.
Right.
Saying to the others, I think we have to fight.
Oh, you are the hero. You're the gods of the tower. You should be protecting the road, shouldn't you? You're letting these evil dragons do their bidding.
2 dragons, isn't that a bit too much?
You're the gods here. You can take it. Don't worry about it. If it was truly a
So-
risk, the Great Azmodeus would come to save us all.
Okay.
Are there any potions in here we can use?
Nothing that isn't pre-prepared.
Okay.
I stomp towards a window then, or like arrow slit or what have you.
You head over to a window. What do you do next?
And do something like this. With my grenade.
Grenades.
Mortar that bad boy.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. Finally. As you
Right
blast
at
your
them.
grenade out at one of the dragons, they take it to the chest. Wait, I need to push that button. Alright.
Boom.
It seems very unaffected by the situation. And charges towards you. Dexterity saving throw to duck inside before it gets you.
Mm. Oh, critical.
Tuck and roll, baby. Tuck and roll.
Yep.
It flies by, a claw mark remaining around the window.
Defensive
The other one
algorithms are working.
attaches itself to the tower and begins snapping its jaws through the window.
Okay, so I guess I never rolled the dexterity save to also do the Daken.
No, because you're not like in that situation. You're inside now. Nice and safe.
Yeah, but I was.
Can I get a
believe.
dexterity? Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everyone inside the building right now? Because okay, this is gonna be just great.
Another critical.
Exciting. Well, you don't have to roll this one, Magus. You'll be fine. Everyone, okay. Minna, and Grozdan. I'm just gonna write this one out. DC 14. That's your damage as the tower fills up with poison. There are 2 dragons, and they are blowing in the smoke. I appreciate your persistence, though.
Alright, so
Can I get an insight check from the man who's standing near the window, aka Artemis?
What was it?
Insight, please.
Insight.
This dragon doesn't look happy to be here.
That's a 12.
so as a ghost, I'm immune to poison, presumably.
Yep. As
But the
you're
cat
technically an
probably
alive cat.
isn't.
Your cat is technically not an alive cat.
Oh, okay. Well, so whenever my turn rolls around, I would like to step outside the tower and see if 60 feet is enough to reach the dragons in the air.
Well, they are now clinging to the tower, so yes, 60 feet is enough to hit them. The minute you touch down outside the tower, though, they begin initiative. So everyone roll me that initiative, please.
Oh, that's kinda lame.
Ghosty has a sexy 7. For some reason, Aurora takes like a second to roll for that one. Wait, who the heck is Aurora?
It's K-Braid's character.
Gotcha. That's me being a dingus. He gets a sexy 21. Oh, we got Grodan on the 19. Majos is sitting at a delicious 9.
9-11.
And
Impressive that I'm
Excuse me for a
faster than
moment.
anyone.
exciting. The first turn goes to Aurora. Good news. The dragons land from the tower the instant anyone steps outside the tower, it seems. Since they land right beside the cat. Aurora. You pop a rage and going for a stabbing. Give him the shanking. That's a hit. You hit the green dragon. I assume the one that's already hurt, because why the heck not? It growls in anger. And recoils.
So did the dragons go down from the wall?
Yep.
Okay then.
And that's another smacking hit. Ooh. Innocent baby. Taking the blows. You notice that these dragons also have that little light over their head. It's a bit hard to see since it's now daytime, but there's also some merchants who have stopped their carts and are observing the situation.
Hmm.
Next up is Grosdan.
How big are those dragons?
They're large.
So I can show them?
Yes.
No.
These are pretty small for dragons then.
Yes.
Yeah. Luckily, if these were other dragons, we were dead meat. So I'm gonna pop Rage 2. When I pop Rage, I can use my Storm Hour, so I can hit one dragon that's close to me. So suppose I run first to the dragon, then pop my Rage. And then he's gonna take 1d6 lightning damage if he doesn't has success on the dex save.
Oh my.
No
Let's see.
Rage there, whoops.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't. It's okay. It's okay. Let's
Okay.
see. Dexterity saving throw for the dragon. Nope. He gets. Amazing.
And then I'm gonna attack him twice with my Great Axe.
Hiya!
Of course, reckless attack.
Swing. And they have advantage against you. How exciting. That's a
How
solid
bad
hit.
for me.
That's a solid hit. Moving on, the turn goes to Goopola. There's a lot going on outside.
Goopala.
You might want to intervene.
Yeah, I'm gonna run my way outside.
You are outside. Hello. You see the dragons, you see the merchants, you see the nice sun. Warm.
Well, here's gonna be my plan. I'm going to taunt one of the dragons,
Amazing.
which is we got a charisma check for that. And for the other one, I'm going to use my skill Mimic
Whoop.
to double my size for a second and then grapple the other dragon
Oh my. Roll me an attack roll.
by going Godzilla.
Grapple that dragon.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
An attack roll. To grab on.
Which button is attack roll?
Just roll any attack that uses your strength.
Okay.
You have hold of a dragon now. Amazing.
Incredible.
This feels powerful. You grapple the dragon. Okay, I'm gonna. Do you grapple the harmed dragon or the not so harmed dragon?
I'm gonna grapple the not so harmed dragon and taunt the other one.
Alrighty then. There we go. Dragon is in position. As this all goes on, the young dragon, poor innocent baby boy, gets hit with axe. He mad. He sad, and he certainly ain't glad. And despite the fact that dragons could just hover around, he sticks around for a while and goes in for 2 attacks. Shouldn't do more damage now since it's a double strength modifier. Yes, but that's not an attack. That is just the grab.
Yeah, let's just grab him.
So for next time.
Okay.
Well, but also for the attack roll then, I guess.
I think our good friend Girlsdan just got whacked.
Oh no!
You get hit for
It
20
keeps
damage. Now,
happening.
this is physical damage, so if you are anger baby,
How much
you
damage?
resist it. 20 in total.
We gotta whack
But if
him.
you are anger
So,
baby, you do get your resistance.
So 10 damage, okay.
You shrug it off like a man. And then, across the floor sweeps its mighty tail. I'm gonna need a DC 14 dexterity saving throw from the people who are standing next to this guy, which would be Aurora, Grosdan, and presumably also Goopala and the cat. Goopala
Oh,
somehow
I'm
dodges a tail with a small hop. Aurora, fast as lightning. Can I get
So
cat
that's
instead?
that's an effect I can see, so I can use my danger sense to have advantage on the dexterity saving throw.
Yes. The
Can
cat,
be the
however, is knocked
same.
prone.
Yeah. Damn it!
You are also knocked prone as you are slapped about by the tail. The floor
Ooh.
swept out from under you. Megos, move! The whole tower is filled with poison.
Right. So, can I make any kind of guesses as to what the purpose of that light is that's
You
hovering
haven't
above
a clue.
creatures' heads? We didn't we didn't have one of those, did we? When we
Nope.
arrived?
I mean, the only light you had was the one you turned on.
Yeah. Right. I look above my look above, try to see if I have a light now.
Nope, you are not a Sims character.
Right. I had no idea what's going on. These creatures don't really look happy to be here.
Nope.
Okay. Which one of them looks more injured?
The one that is not being grappled.
Right. I'm going uh going to stomp back back to the top of the tower.
That would be your whole action because it is quite a way up.
Okay. Okay. Well, I am staying at the window then.
Hi.
Pop out. These kind of hatches pop out on my shoulders, and I let out a barrage of missiles.
Justice reigns from above.
How many guided missiles barraged this poor boy?
Let's see if this. Okay. Why isn't this not working as it's supposed to work?
I mean, you're rolling something. I'm not
The
sure
way magic
what are
missile
you
works is you
rolling.
roll damage once, and then every missile does that damage.
Oh yeah. It's magic missile, so it just does what it does.
How many missiles are you firing?
I think it's 4.
4.
No. Wait. Yes, 4. Right.
If we are level 8, then that would make sense. Yeah.
Poor dragon, battered by guided missiles pelting its hide.
Yes.
They are not very large.
No. I grant. Oh, it's still 3 more. 1, 2, 3. That many. That many missiles.
Oh, there are a few more. Well then, should have told me.
Yep.
Jesus, there's just a whole smoke cloud of explosive material hanging around this dragon. Poor guy.
Pew.
I mean, should have maybe considered not attacking.
Well then, as the young green dragon that is being grappled by this rude slime that is very large, he has quite something to contend with.
So what did the tail swipe do to me exactly?
It knocked you prone, which takes half your movement to get back up again.
Great. That sounds very...
However, you are still within range of this dragon, and since you are prone, melee attacks get advantage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately... Well, despite that benefit, it is still sort of wiggling its claws at the cat in anger. How do you grab this dragon? Are you grabbing it from the back or the front?
From the front.
Oh, in that case, it just plings its claws off you. It's trying to wrestle you off, and it goes in for a bite, and it fucks that up too.
Aha!
It's angrily flailing and shouting at you. And from time to time, you hear words peeking through as Draconic is forcefully translated and then pops back again. Cat, your time to shine has finally come.
Okay, so... Since this is merely a large dragon,
Yes.
can I aim the cone so that I don't hit the people? Can I aim the cone upwards? So, I mean, let's just not bother with the cone. Can I ego whip the more-haired dragon if it's even alive by now?
It's still alive, and it's anger. What does it roll again? Intelligence? Yes.
Yeah.
It becomes a scared baby.
Oh, so it failed. Nice.
Yes.
Uh,
Its head is filled with tarnishing pains. Aurora,
Hands!
get back on your feet. You are in front of a dragon. Now's not the time to lie down. If you are lying down.
also, I stand up.
You're a cat. You just whoop.
Yeah.
I think Aurora's the one who made their saving throw. Yes, they did. So they're fine. But you're still slacking on the job. It took far too long to start fighting dragons. It'll look very bad in your performance review. So there's one who's feared and there's one who's grappled. The one who's feared is
Tak,
the most hurtful.
wszystkie kawałki, tak.
A po drugie, kiedy będziesz gotowy do odkurzania, bo muszę
The one who is fearful.
w przeciągu najbliższych ile czasu?
Add this one to the D&D bingo sheet.
Yeah, boy.
Uh,
Let him have it. Whatever it is you want to do, at least.
yeah, this is the summon IRL, comes in the room and starts talking. Great. In case anyone cares.
Oh my. It too becomes a fearful boy. How long does the effect last? There's still a sense of mortality. Spooky. I'll look it up, don't worry about it. Cause fear. 1 minute or till concentration breaks. I got some bad news for you. You're raging, which means you can't have concentration. Or cast spells, for that matter. And even if you could cast spells, you can't maintain concentration, so... Ain't that just a bitch? You're too angry! Too much blood and skulls in your brain. Blood for the blood god. God for the god gods.
Gods? Who are gods?
Doot, 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 doot. The more dead dragon gets rammed! Whoosh. What a hit.
That's a big whoop.
What a hit. What a hit. It recoils and looks so scared. It is a sad and soft baby. And as it keels over, the fear in its eyes, all of you hear crackling through the air like magical wisps and sparks. Why do you kill us for sport? Magus, move! You're at the window.
Right. Did I hear the dragon talk?
Magus, you don't have time to think. You have time to fight.
Eh,
A grapple
Fine,
does not
then.
stop it from breathing poison all over these people.
hmm. Right. Well, I'll getting some serious echo from some. Yeah. Mina.
Min.
Okay. I'm going to blast them with my built-in laser and rivet gun combo.
Holy heavens, that's a heavy hit. That is 33 damage.
Oofy doofy.
As it's
just
held by this man, a blast hits it in the face, and then a rivet beats into its head.
yeah, and just blasting away with my gun and my gun hand. Gun in hand and a gun in hand.
Though restrained, continues its attempts to claw. It is also starting to inhale again. Whoopsh, whoopsh. And, oh wait, no, I rolled these twice. Cheapers, bloody creepers. It does manage to get a bite on the big and the strong. 17 damage for our noble juggernaut as it clamps on and seems mostly unaffected by the acidic nature of your slimy being. If anything, you taste like lime. You are lime!
That's canon now. Lime flavored.
Cat, it is your time to go. The dragon is restrained. It cannot move. Let's grapple it.
Okay, well... Well, given how it appeared to not be... Given how it talked, I'm having second thoughts, but... You know what, I'm just going to pass.
You pass your turn. Aurora, do you pass your turn? Isn't this all just deliciously exciting? I think it is. You continue to beat this guy down. Ooh, there's the damage. The young green dragon screeches in agony. The pain, the ouchies, the babas.
The use.
Yeah, man. Hurts. Grosdan, your time to shine. The dragon's still being held by the goop. The big metallic goop.
I'm a goopin.
They are having a wrestle.
So which one was I attacking before? The one that's getting gooped or the other?
There's only one dragon left.
Ah, oh, okay, alright.
The other one cursed you in its death.
Ah, fine, yeah, then I'm just gonna attack the gooped dragon with Vector's attack. So, gonna use my Great Axe again.
Sure.
With advantage.
Not advantage, but it is. You will get some solid hits in.
Wait, not advantage. I'm gonna use Vector's attack, so.
Reckless attack.
Attack twice.
Kaboom! Kapow!
And then I'm gonna use again my Storm Hour.
Oh my goodness. Poor thing. It can't really dexterity its way out of this since it's like grappled. Goopola.
Okay.
Make your move.
Yeah.
You're holding onto a dragon. You can't do much except try to maintain this grapple or do something fancy if you feel fancy.
Well, how familiar are you with the belly-to-belly suplex?
Not really. I've never seen it.
Well, it goes a little something like this. That's what I'm going to try to attempt with a dragon.
Athletics. Please. Amuse me.
What am I rolling, exactly?
Athletics. It's a skill you have.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a narrow. You get it into position, and then it just reversal on you. You just got goddamn reversaled by a dragon. And the grapple is on you now.
This wasn't part of the plan.
He has you in a full Nelson. It looks really weird for a dragon to do that. Then, as this all happens, the most peculiar thing happens before Magus gets to act. You hear a loud sizzling at first. It was very quiet just a moment ago, but it gets louder and louder. You hear footsteps as something rushes out of the woodlands. You hear all the merchants on the west side who can see the figure approaching, screaming, "Vampire! A vampire!"
Oh, great.
Oh no.
But he's burning up in the sun. It is day.
Uh,
Well, that's very pointful of it.
Yes, it is.
uh,
A vampire has entered the fray for some reason. And it, let's see, I think it takes like a whole smack, it takes like 20 damage just from being out in the sun.
What the hell?
That's what
He
my move was
screeches
done.
something, but his speech seems distorted. He's not a happy camper.
I have observant, so I could try to read its lips if
Go ahead, read its
province is
lips.
the sun. Okay. Is it a language I understand?
Yes, surprisingly.
Okay, what does he say?
Okay, well, you are somewhat preoccupied with fighting a dragon, so
Yeah,
you don't get
but-
you don't get the beginning part of his speech, but you do get like the juicy bit.
Yeah.
He is screaming at you that you are quite arrogant fools to have summoned him from his slumber for this petty squabble.
Okay.
You
Can
don't
we
quite,
woke him up?
you're pretty sure that vampires don't live like right outside of towers like that.
Yeah.
They usually live in the towers. Despite the situation, it makes a feeble attempt at trying to, I guess, bite the slime, but it horribly fails because it is doing so a disadvantage. Everyone gasps in awe as the great and mighty hero stands up against this foul beast. Even the servants inside the building standing in the doorway, completely disregarding our own safety, somehow alive after that whole poison cloud situation, like, "Oh, you can do it, you can do it!" Magos, it is your time to shine. It is your time to make this party really get to the big finale.
right. This whole situation is beyond strange.
But it's a vampire. That doesn't make any sense. Why would a man burn
Yeah.
in the sun?
So I'm
Maybe
going
he's a
to
ginger.
Just a soulless.
pop out my servitor. Looks like a floating skull covered
Yes.
in sensory equipment.
Indeed.
And echo again. And try to determine if there's any kind of like summoning energies floating still about, because
All right. Give me an Arcana check on these beans.
there's something weird going on here.
Okay, your little detectometer picks up the following interesting tidbits of information. One, this guy is summoned, but more teleport summoned than summoned. So he is from this plane. He will not go home safely and get a good night's sleep after this is all said and done. What is more interesting is you pick up a slew of weird magical traces around him, and there's something embedded inside of him that is projecting that light.
Huh.
Well,
As this also
One of-
happens, you hear a brief screech on how he was just like you. But that's vampires for you.
Okay, was either of the dragons flying at this point?
Well, one of them is currently grappling the goo.
and the other is dead, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is a decapitated mess, so to speak.
Okay, I'm going to try to with my shoulder blast to move, kind of dislodge the dragon
Yes,
from the goo.
that would work.
Pew.
Oh, heck. That's a miss.
Oh,
Its
well,
scales are sturdy and its legs are stronger.
okay, my
Leggy.
aim was off.
Leggy out.
Pew.
Oh no! It is dislodged. And as such, the slime slides out of its grip as it slides too far to hold on, freeing the slime of its perilous position.
Hooray!
It also takes some damage.
Given that Megs is shooting from up in the tower, I believe, then this would probably, in a straight line, also
sort of-
crash it into the
yeah.
ground a bit.
Yeah, it leaves
That's
a thick
fun.
mark across the brick road, which regenerates briefly afterwards.
Interesting.
What
The
the
dragon's
hell?
turn has come. It breathes in deep, and then, I think someone here did a reckless attack last turn, if I recall
Yes,
correctly.
hello. That's me.
You're gonna get thwacked with the tail, and then it's gonna go and claw in on
Rip.
the local slime.
Oh.
Local slime gets hit. Hot news.
Oh no!
Jesus, he rolled a max hit on this. He rolled 16 damage against the slime with one of its claws, almost tearing one of your arms off, but then it snaps back into place. And then
Say
comes
16 or 6T?
16.
Oh, thank God.
Grosden. How's your AC? Ooh, you're lucky. Ooh, you're lucky. The tail swishes inches from your eyes. You can count every scale as it flies by. Because you're observant.
Ah.
Isn't that just lovely? Ugh, putting that behind us. It is now Cat's turn, who sees all this happen and is too small to get hit by Tail Whip because it was aimed high. The ghost gets disrupted slightly by the effect.
So it's still hostile, even though it seems to have opinions on its poor fate.
It doesn't seem to have a choice in the matter if it cares.
Maybe if I ego whip it, it won't retreat because the worms couldn't either.
The worms didn't like retreat. They just did the best they could with the circumstances, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. This one seems to be first in circumstances as well.
You hear
Oh well,
cheering
so
as you land those good hits and you dodge those hard blows.
yeah. So investigating on what the hell is up is going to have to wait. I ego whip the dragon. It rolls an intelligence
Yes,
save.
you're right. That's on my end of the bargain. Jesus Christ, these guys can't roll saving throws for shit.
Nice.
Blast! Oh my goodness.
17.
It has a rockin' headache. Ow. It feels all of its inadequacies piling up and its eyes fill with tears.
It yet won't retreat if it's
you hear
even
it
going to get
crying
in
for its
external.
mother. Aurora! This fucking dragon's a pansy ass bitch. Kick it. Also, you can kill the vampire if you want, but he's burning up. Don't worry about him.
Oh, I forgot about him.
It's not like he hits like a truck when he hits. Oh, that reminds me. He gets to do this. I forgot about this part. He's a vampire. He's going to make one very, very, very harmless... Okay, he fucked that one up. Okay. He didn't hit anyone. He made a legendary action and he flinked it like a doofus. Aurora, you can go. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's two mighty hits. And the dragon, in its cries, perishes, bawling for its mother. Its tears splattering on the ground. Those hands of yours can really kill a dragon, because they just did. And then it's Grosdan's turn. Hello, Grosdan.
Hello.
Hi, Grosdan.
There's a
So
vampire, and he's burning up in the sun, and there are two dead dragons. Man, the situation is escalating quickly.
How far is the vampire?
He's pretty close. You can walk up to him just easy.
But
If you want to charge him, you got enough space for that too.
then I'm gonna do that.
Just give him the old rock'em sock'em, right between the eyes.
I'm gonna use an interesting move. I'm gonna dash, then run around for 20 feet and then into him, so I can use my going rush.
Okay. Hit him with your horns.
The normal wall. There we go.
Well, I say you get advantage because he's in the sunlight, and he is not able to really see things good.
No, let me roll another d20.
Well then, it's one better. You rolled one better.
Great.
The vampire, like a matador, steps to the side, and his cape, which looks remarkably opulent, swings off to the side. You can almost hear the crowd saying, Toro! Gupola, you've grappled the dragon. You feel pretty good about yourself. But now there's a vampire, and he's smaller than you. Fucking punt that guy.
Well, I've tried wrestling. Now it's time to try golf.
Oh,
I'm gonna smack him with my warhammer.
You take out a warhammer, and you're gonna use it for a smacking. Ooh, you lined up a nice tee there.
Plus my, because I'm large, I double my strength modifier. I don't know if that affects anything.
I
It means you do 4 more damage. You do 15 damage to this vampire.
Okay.
Also, he basically rolled 28.
yeah, because that's a +4 on the accuracy as well.
Yes. The vampire does, however, stay its ground. It uses its legendary resistance to not get smacked around like a golf ball.
I'm,
Like a golf ball usually doesn't.
well, I'm not done, because I'm also going to shield bash him.
That one swishes over his head as he has established you as a dangerous boy.
This still isn't counting the +4 strength, but I guess that does
Yeah,
that matter?
can't. I don't think it would affect that much. if
Actually,
it's a
you would hit
miss.
him if you account for the double
Yeah.
strength.
Oh,
Be 16 then.
So you smack him across the cheek. He spins in place, gets his bearing, and looks back at you.
Like a golf ball.
It's more like basketballs are the things you spin on your finger, if anything.
Yeah.
It goes in for his pitiful, pitiful, pitiful attacks. And it misses, of course. It can't do anything, but it can do something else. How does this work? Who is it again? I think in Grosdan. Give me a wisdom saving throw. DC 17, please.
Wisdom. What is wisdom?
What is being smart and not doing the dumb?
I'm smart.
You are
I'm
charmed
not
with a
wise.
vampire, and he orders you to attack someone.
Okay,
Anyone will do
who?
at this point.
Who is the closest one to me?
Well, your turn hasn't come up yet. Majos,
Oh,
the vampire is
okay.
being a jerk. Also, the vampire takes another 20 radiant damage, and he's basically down to half.
geez, he's got quite a bit of HP.
Yes. He's a tough boy.
I mean, he basically just burned and we only hit him once, I think.
Well, yeah, but the burden is still something that would.
He screeches. He screeches about all kinds of things, about how he has to be in the sun. He doesn't like the sun.
I would imagine he doesn't like the big moon either.
Belmore, what do you do?
Well, I guess we should put the thing out of his misery
Please.
and ours.
He's really sad.
Okay, so still from off from my window, kind of
He
try.
missed twice. He hit the bricks, and then the bricks float
just-
back into
Kill.
place.
blast holes in the ground. Thump, thump, thump.
Good thing it makes a Star Wars sound effect, because you're a bit like a stormtrooper at the moment.
Eh,
Ghost, who's up?
My turn.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Is everyone else present that isn't Grosden wailing?
What doing? Wailing?
If I decide to Phantom Caravan everyone onto the top of the tower,
want to phantom warp everyone onto the tower?
Yeah.
I mean, you're allowed to do that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm asking whether I am. Because then Grozen would be left. Actually, no, that's so too metagamey. Oh well. I could ego whip the vampire if it has a mind. I don't know if this works on
It's
undead.
a person vampire, yes. It makes it saving throw though, if you decide to do that.
That means it'll take half damage. Yeah, okay, because I don't know that Grozen is charmed, so oh well. That would be...
Oh wow wow.
I guess that's what I'm doing. Ego whip again.
What?
Whoops, I rolled it twice. The
What?
first one is
Strike.
the first one.
Yes. He stands
So-
firm.
So
Aurora!
I deal 11 damage then.
Aurora! This vampire has just brainwashed someone. And you might be next.
Oh no!
I mean, I don't believe it's apparent that
The vampire is very threatening, despite being burning up and having seemingly no tactical insight into shadows, shade, an umbrella. Literally anything that could stop the sunlight. Honestly, he strikes you like a last-minute improvisation. If you knew the art of theater. Finally, that theater proficiency helps. Go ahead and smack it. Smack it good. Smack him. Smack him good. You missed twice. Jesus, this guy's got the jukes, as they call it. He does hit you in return, but he doesn't hit very hard.
Does the vampire take damage, like, just from being outside?
Yes, he's been burning up for several turns by now.
Man, one tough vampire.
You take 9 physical damage from him hitting you with his fist in anger. But that's all he does. And with that, the turn goes straight onto Grosdan. Grosdan, you were told to hit someone. Hit him hard. As long as it's not the vampire. He doesn't seem to care very much.
So I'm gonna hit. That should make sense.
Act
Basically,
fast.
yeah.
With a crouch cheers. We'll
So basically, I'm thinking now I should protect the vampire, so I'm gonna just hit the person closest to the vampire.
You may pick between Goopala or Grosdan, because I ain't telling you.
Grosdan, I can hit myself. That's weird.
Yeah, Aurora, sorry.
Yeah,
My brain is
I'm gonna. Then I'm gonna hit Aurora, I guess.
Swoosh, swoosh.
So do I have to go full?
No, you
Damage
just have to
or-
attack once to fulfill the technical conditions of the mental control.
Okay. So I'm just gonna attack him with my horns.
Hark! That's a swing and a miss, I think. Lucky you. On that note, you may also re-roll your saving throw, since you've just been
Okay.
forced to do something uncharacteristic of yourself. That's a DC 17 Wisdom.
Yeah, that will never.
Congrats, you're not that.
Okay,
Vampire still
yeah,
looks
it's-
like a good friend. Gopola! The situation's getting a little bit hectic. Maybe you should do something
Oh
about it.
no! Oh no!
Yes, baby.
Uh,
Yes.
Am I able to throw the vampire? just like, since I'm large, can I just kind of yeet him into the distance?
You can. Why do you think this will help?
I
Because
don't know.
then we'll have to walk back.
Presumably.
Okay, maybe that's not the best idea. I'll just attack him the old-fashioned
You
way.
can roll me athletics if you want to yeet him.
No, it'll probably be more effective just to attack.
Now, he has disadvantage on his resistance throw, so since the sun is just burning him up.
I mean,
That's
if you
fair.
toss him into the air, then he'll fall back down. I mean, I don't know how far you can toss him, is the point.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You're big. You're strong. You can toss him a good distance.
Can I toss him far enough to get into the fire on top of the tower?
Yes. You are large.
Then I'm going to do that.
Roll me. Okay, yeah, he's gonna fail this. It doesn't matter what you roll.
Okay.
I think your base. He rolled a 1, so he doesn't have any. I think your base roll is better than this, so just yeet him.
Yeah. Into the fire with you.
He hisses at you as he is tossed away into the fire. The fire crackles and sparks, and then you hear nothing. You just hear the death throes of a very, very angry man, who sounds very confused now that you listen carefully.
Okay.
Immediately, as the vampire's defeated, the merchants and everyone comes in and starts congratulating you, giving you pats on the back, and all that kind of stuff. Can I get
also
a perception
shrink
check
back.
from our good friend Majos, who is not down there, who has a bird's eye view, so to speak.
So I'm not
Also-
charmed anymore?
You are not charmed anymore, because the vampire that charmed you is
Good.
dead. Your friend died, you're sad.
What? No!
I also shrink back down to my normal slimy size.
Can I get my perception from good old Majos?
Right. Perception. Oh,
Majos, those merchants are awfully eager to immediately start loading up those dragons into their carts. Like, as everyone is being busy and surrounded by a crowd, they load up the bodies into big carts and start reeling them off.
I have some, yes, formulating a theory about this world I am in being a simulation of some sort.
Can I get insight from literally everyone who is down there?
I can insight.
That excludes Majos. You are too far away to actually see this effect.
Okay.
Which explains your
Never
8.
mind.
Is it
A couple
passive?
of these people are nice. Man, these people are not nice. Man, a good chunk of these people have that same sort of weird eye look as the maid does. Like, how do I explain this? You're a ghost. You know when someone is alive. These people don't have that look.
And they are not very.
If you were told like someone has a branding iron to your butt and says, "Are they alive?" you would say no. Which is a specific use case, but it gets the point across. Aurora, with a natural 20, which doesn't mean anything, is also equally aware that these people don't feel like people. It's that animalistic sense of, You know how dogs get unnerved around undead things? Like it's like looking at corpses, but they're moving.
Well, sounds like something similar to what I am anyway.
Also, because Aurora rolled a nice 19 there, they also get the bonus information that they happen to notice that the lady servant has moved from the doorway and seems to immediately be going upstairs. And Madros eventually sees her walking by, upstairs evermore. Despite the fact that the tower's been shaking around like crazy, it looks in good shape.
Where are you going?
She doesn't answer you and just goes upstairs.
I follow.
She stands up near the fire and looks inside of it for a moment, and then she says, "Well, I was thinking there'd be like soot and ashes everywhere, but it seems to be okay. You did amazing out there. You're great heroes. See, it's people like you that keep this road safe. The other 4 towers should be proud of you."
What the towers?
Yes, there are 5 towers along the Red Road.
Who
What the hell
keeps-
is going?
Who keeps summoning these creatures here?
What do you mean summoning? These are creatures of the wilds from the north and the wild
No, they are
forest of the
not.
south. How could they not be? Vampires and dragons, those are definitely not civilized creatures.
That vampire was summoned here against his will.
Why would he be
During
against his will? If he was
daylight.
against his will, he would run away under a tree and get some
Daylight.
shade.
Vampire.
Well, if he was a true vampire here against his will, wouldn't he seek cover somewhere instead of running around in the sun? There is something bad going on, and you must keep it safe.
Can I just grab this lady by the throat and dangle her over the edge?
She doesn't seem affected by either.
What the hell is going on here?
Freaking zombie.
In the name of Omnisia, what is going on here?
I would have said Omnisaya, but I like that one too.
Omnisaya, yeah.
Because Messiah.
Yeah, that's...
She answers, well, you're the gods of this beautiful tower, aren't you? Protecting the road. Anything valuable in the carts. If you want to steal from the merchants, they have plenty of shit in their carts, yes.
Nice!
You can roll me a sleight of hand or stealth check if you want to nick something that looks cool. But you have to tell me what kind of stuff you'd be looking out for. As for, you also see him doing this, and despite the fact that, like, there are, like, a few people who are like, and then they quickly look down again as they drag their attention away from Majos being kind of a Sith Lord. So what were you asking again, Majos?
What is going on here?
You are the gods of the third tower, of course, the tower next to Middleton. She points to the village that's like off in the distance in a very nonchalant fashion.
Middleton. Does the mage you keep referring to live there?
No, of course not. He lives in the Clockwork City.
Where is that?
To the east. But you shouldn't go there. Only the proudest of merchant princes are allowed in this fine city.
How far away east?
2 days travel. It's a day between every tower and then a day between the 3 days. It's 1 day between each tower and then 1 day between the tower and the city.
Right. I just drop her.
She falls from the ledge, clink, clonk, clonk, and gets up as if nothing happened.
Right.
Aurora raids the pantries. It's filled with the good stuff. This is quality meats, quality ingredients. Ooh. Okay, Grozdan, what are you going to look for in terms of, like, cool stuff? Because these guys got magic items and the whole shabam.
I'm looking for any kind of weapon or some piece of information like merchant book or something like that, so that I can find out.
Roll me some perception or investigation. Either or in this context. You find two kinds of carts. One type of cart is filled to the brim with all kinds of cool stuff. And there's no, like, merchant's ledger or anything. It's just this cart with stuff. No food, no bed, no nothing. The others have beds on them, and books and stuff that you would expect, like, from a traveling merchant. And in those you find ledgers, which mention specifically items bought by the city and nothing else.
Okay. But what kind of items? Is there some kind of pattern in what
There's no
they
pattern.
order?
It's magical items, mostly magical items, really. There's, like, fancy axes, armor, potions, rare enchanted gems.
So these people in the city
The carts
are
both share the
kind
same
of
thing, by the way.
really, really important, or either mega rich. I don't know.
I mean,
'Cause-
if what Majos heard, and indeed, only the merchant princes live inside.
Yes. I stomp back down and relay what I learned.
What does everyone else do during all this? As you hear the clattering of shelves being raided. And the praise of merchants.
It's a whole lot of hugging going on.
Yay! Everyone wins. With hugs.
Yay.
I walk around like a cat, seemingly insidiously, but I'm trying to actually figure out, like, I'm trying to, on the outside, on the top side, figure out where the tunnels and the basements they've been to are underneath me.
You're trying to figure out where the tunnel in the basement is? The tunnel in the
relative
basement,
to.
the tunnel in the basement seemed more concerned about going down than going any direction.
Oh, so can I estimate how deep I went?
If you okay, let me to how do I explain this? Because this is kind of something. There's a lot going on, but it went down at least a floor or two before it suddenly straightened out a bit, as if they found something. You know how if you dig down, eventually you break off some of the wall, and then you have this hole, and then you start digging forward to get there. That's kind of the sort of elevation change you got.
No, sorry, I didn't manage to understand that.
What it means is who knows? Maybe you should finish that tunnel and not get caught like the last dumbass who tried to build it. If you want to know what's behind it, it might be nothing. They might have just found nothing at all. And you'll die for nothing. Anyway, Grosden, do you do anything else with the carts? Now that you're snooping around a bit. Because the merchants are slowly but surely starting to pack up again.
I think I'm not gonna do something uncivilized while they are still here, and also I don't really wanna make enemies with them yet, so
Um,
I'm gonna back off and be happy with kind of information I got
I mean,
from
you got a great
for now.
reputation amongst them. Strength 19. Strength 19 Candiga? I don't get it. Can dig. Oh, strength 19 can dig. Neat.
okay. So I stomped down towards the wagons.
They are wagons. There's horses. And people.
Does my servitor detect any magic in the wagons?
Oh boy! It's like these people are carrying roaring fires.
Alright then. I go digging in there.
One of the merchants asks, "Why are you digging in my cart?"
For rewards.
What kind of thing are you most interested in? Or
What
you can
the-
roll on the exciting random table.
Then let's do that.
Give me a d20, please.
Roll.
13.
Lucky 13.
Unfortunately, you find an item that you don't give a shit about. You find that as you dig around a bit, you find a necklace of adaptation, which allows you to breathe normally in any environment, and your advantage against anything that's gaseous.
Yeah, right. Let's just toss it back in. Yeah.
You can roll again if you want.
Yep.
But after that, it's going to toss you out of the cart.
12.
Oh, I think you'll like this one a little bit more. Let me just double check what this is. You find a circlet of blasting. It allows you to cast Scorching Ray with a +5 to every attack.
Interesting.
It can be used once per day. You think you could integrate it into your armor in some fashion, if you want it, but you could also give it to someone else.
Right. Laser array. Gotcha.
Heat beam 3 people with a +5, so you're likely to beam them good. And that one goes off the list.
That was a necklace of scorching ray, right?
No, it is a circlet of blasting.
Circle of blasting,
That's
right?
what it's specifically called.
Blasting.
And as this all unfolds and the merchants slowly drift away, you are left once more in a quiet, windless place. Some lazy clouds in the sky.
Right.
But we're not going to be concerned with this. We've been at this for a while, and I say we call it here, so y'all can think everything over, ask some questions, etc., etc.
Well,
Okie dokie.
I will suggest we march over to this Clockwork City and ask some very pointed questions from whoever's summoned us here.
Oh my. I'm sure the great wizard Asmodeus has time for his great and noble heroes.
Hmm. Yes. Make some time.
After all, he probably pays you a lot of money. You just haven't seen it yet. By the way, when the merchants leave, they all plink a gold coin into the thing. And one thing you notice, there are two directions the merchants go. One group goes directly to the city, the other group goes down south. No one goes west.
Hmm.
Which direction did we come from?
You came from the north, from the woods. The road goes west to east,
Okay.
and east is the city.
And what's west?
You don't know.
Clearly something no one
There
wants
are
to
two
deal
towers to the west, and if you ask the lady, she'd probably also tell that there's a bridge there at the last tower. But that's about it. That's all you know that's over there. You also know that there's
So the
forests to the south and mountains to the north.
lady was talking about that there were several towers in this plane or whatever this is. I suppose there are several guard towers or something like that.
Yes, you are at the third of the 5 guard towers.
It would also make sense to maybe somehow get in contact with the other guard towers because they surely also have been summoned like us. Maybe they found something out.
What an interesting theory. I doubt it, but you can try if you want later. Next time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to put any money down on it. Let's just put it like that.
Okay, I'm gonna guess they know this is as much as we. Great.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm allowed to lie, you know.
yeah, of course.
Preserve the mystery.
Preserve the mystery
Ooh.
by pushing so hard the other way that everyone imagines that it's not that way.
Can I check out how much money is in the box now?
These are pretty fucking rich merchants. We're talking thousands of gold pieces in most of their purchases. They were
That's
promised
crazy.
fat stacks for showing up.
Okay.
Although, if you had to guess, these are like fat stacks that are so big, they probably have some issues carrying it all. They probably get free bags of holding. Can you
Yeah, of
imagine being so
course.
rich that you measure the amount of money you have to pay in bags of holding filled to the brim with money? I like that.
You can fill bags of holdings? Oh,
I-
totally.
I don't know how.
Exactly.
Let me look this up. How much gold fits in a bag of holding? It's actually a question that Google helps me with. A bag can hold
This
500
is
pound
it.
cubic is 6 square feet. Okay.
Yeah, isn't like 50 gold pieces a pound or something?
Yep. But the volume may also impact this. Okay, here's someone who did a calculation.
I mean, gold is so
Almost
dense that
400,000 gold pieces.
Jeez.
That's a lot. If you weigh your gold in bags of holding, you got a lot of money.
Cash money.
Oh no, wait. This is an interesting part. Apparently, because gold is indeed 50 gold per pound, it will be 25k. But the person says if you go by volume, you can hold a lot more.
Yeah, like if you hit the weight limit first, then like
Yeah.
gold is dense, so I would say that
25,000 is a lot more reasonable as a measure of payment. How many bags of holding for this castle? You have to pour it all out to make sure that he's not skimping you on the. God damn, that'd be a massive effort. Why isn't there an item
Yeah.
that automatically counts the amount of gold pieces in a certain volume? Although scooping it back in would be a chore too.
I mean,
And so
now
yeah,
imagine a bag of holding filled with platinum.
that's only 10 times as much. Unless you use the silver standard. In that case, being able to carry that much platinum, oh boy, you could buy a country with that. It would be like, I think like 2 million, 2.5 million silver pieces, aka gold pieces in D&D style. Jesus, you're rich, bitch.
Loads of money.
You're rich, bitch. Anyway, next time, you guys, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I do know this: it's gonna be exciting. I didn't intend for this to be a super long adventure. But you know what? I say, you guys, you get a level up for being such proud boys and beating up a dragon and a vampire and a giant
Hooray.
frog. Go for it.
Hooray.
Nice.
You'll get something nice out of it, I think.
Hmm.
I can now change my type of my storm aura. Nice.
Your storm can now be stormier.
No, I can change it every time I level up to Desert, Sea, or Tundra. Now it's currently at sea.
Oh, neat.
Jak będziesz wolna, to otwórz u siebie w przedpokoju.
Okay, I need to look something up
Nice.
for
I tego.
my good friend on what exactly BK gets here. But I think I'm gonna end up the stream with that. Next time, will we
Yeah.
learn something about the mystery, or will our players be pushed around in circles? I certainly hope the latter. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's just cute when it's a group like that.